Hi everyone, it's Meade Skelton with another vlog chat for you. I just want to show you all what I got from a local fish keeper. I got a wonderful little community tank of little baby guppies that I'm going to raise and eventually move them to a larger tank. But right now I've got them in this 5-gallon. So I know a lot of people in the comment section are going to be saying, why do you have almost 17 fish in a little 5-gallon tank? Well, these are tiny little fish that were not born long ago. And the tank has the right amount of substrate and bacteria, and I don't want to move them yet. So I added some plants for them, and so the little babies can hide. You can see the little babies swimming around, quite a few of them, little babies, even smaller than that. Some of them are really tiny. And so I've got a little Cory catfish around there somewhere in the back. So you can see them swimming around, very active little fishies. So it's really fun to raise baby guppies. I've never had babies before, and they're in this little 5-gallon tank. So I will move them to a much larger tank eventually, probably at least a 10-gallon or maybe even a 15 or 20 when I get everything ready. But right now, I don't want to do that because I think that'd be too stressful for them. They need to get situated. So I just added some plants and added some new substrate there. Has some a little bit of sodium in it, a little salt, not a whole lot, and I feed them some bloodworms, but they can also feed on the little plants. So this is so much fun. I've always wanted to get back into fish keeping. Now I have these little babies to look after, so they're really nice. They swing around and very interesting to watch. They have a lot of personality, and they seem to be getting along just fine. So this is my little guppy fish tank with baby guppies inside. I never had guppies before, but they're pretty hardy fish. You don't need to do a lot. You really don't need much at all. They can survive most environments. So anyway, I'll be putting them in a larger tank. But right now they're pretty content right there, where they are swimming around and enjoying the plants and the environment for them. I think they really enjoy that. So let's see. I counted. I had close to 16 fish, I think, and a lot of them are little babies. So their waste load is not very big. That's the thing. Yes, there are tons of fish in there, and it's a little bit small, but the little babies don't put out much waste. So it's okay for now. And when they get bigger, I'm definitely going to move them into a larger tank so they can thrive and be happy. I'm doing well in school, taking my classes. I've got not one, not two, but 3 classes. Oh, a full load. So I'm doing it on Canvas system, and tomorrow I attend my first class in developmental psychology. So that'll be very interesting to me because I'm studying personality theory. And I'm getting ready, and I just upgraded my internet a little bit so I can do better live streams for you. And also, I'm writing some new songs. I'm going back to the recording studio next month. So I'll be so busy this year. I was so glad that I went back to school. You know, I had all these dreams. I was going back to school, and the Lord, I think He was showing me to maybe this was the right time. There's a timing to everything. So right now I'm doing my poli-sci class and studying the Constitution and the government, and then I'm doing my developmental psychology class and my computer class. And it's funny because I don't really need a computer class, but it's a requirement. So I decided to get all my major requirements out of the way to get my associate's degree. And then after I get my associate's degree, I'll probably matriculate to another school. I don't know if I'll do any vlogs on campus, but my school has a lot of interesting clubs to join. They have a young Christians group, and I might meet some people there. They also have all kinds of activities. They even have a fitness center, so it's free for students. I have a student ID and everything. It's like I feel like I'm 22 again, but it's sort of interesting because I remember that's where I was, during 9/11. On September 11th, I was at school that day, and there's a whole bunch of people, like state troopers everywhere, because there's like an interstate near the school, I-95. So it was a little bit overwhelming that day, I remember, and everyone was watching TV. Of course, now, today, they wouldn't be watching TV, they'd be on their phones. That's how things have changed. But when I went back to the campus, it's amazing how things have not really changed. Everything is just as I remember it back in 2003. The buildings are the same. They got that, I think they're built mostly in the 70s or 80s. It has that feel to it. But I guess it's just some things don't change, although I think the climate has changed, if you know what I mean, a little bit. But anyway, overall, I think it's going to be a wonderful experience getting back to school, and this has given me something to work on, and I exercise my brain again. You know, after you've been out of school for so long, you almost feel like your brain has turned into mush. But after I came back to it, once I learned Canvas system, it just came back to me very naturally. So I'm very encouraged with them going back to school, and also I'm losing a little bit of weight, and I'm taking care of my baby fish, I'm taking care of my birds, and I'm writing music, and maybe I'll end up on the Grand Ole Opry soon, and then maybe I'll end up on television, singing on television, and then maybe I'll get married to a beautiful woman from Lithuania or the Ukraine, and then we'll have 5 beautiful children, and then we'll live in a beautiful house somewhere, maybe on the foothills of the Blue Ridge, or maybe I'll marry a Native American lady, or a nice little Latina. Ooh, Latina. So, that's not really race mixing, because we're so similar, you know, Native American too. Nice thing about, you know, I used to get a little bit worried about that, but it all that stuff washes away over time. The whiteness comes back. You can't wash out the white. So, anyway, I'm just looking forward to, one step at a time, though, one step at a time. First go to school. Don't plan out my whole life yet. I just feel like, I'm at the age where most people are thinking that their life is over, and I feel like my life is just beginning. How about that? I think that that's the way God has blessed a lot of people that felt like they missed out on their youth. Hey, don't ever feel that way, because you can go, they say, once time has passed, you can't rekindle it. I agree with that. I think you can really go back and finish what you started. This is what this is all about for me. I just want to finish what I started. Let me see. Well, I didn't really start till 1999. I just turned 20. That's when I started college. I was a little late, but went for 2.5 years. But I didn't get my associate's degree because of the math. But I'm going back, and I feel very encouraged. Like this little baby fish here. These baby fish, they're just starting out. And in many ways, I feel like I'm one of those little baby fish. I'm just starting out myself. I have a lot of room to grow. So I think that everything will happen nicely for me. I just feel very, very, very blessed in many ways. So anyway, that's just a vlog for you, using a fish analogy to describe my life right now. So I'll see y'all later. By the way, I forgot to say, I want to say I don't use enemas very often. Okay, I just want to clarify that. I don't use enemas a lot, okay? I rarely use them. They are a last resort. I just bring them along in case, because you never know if you're going to get plugged up. And sometimes, even if you're having diarrhea, you can get rid of it faster that way. I don't recommend, but I don't use enemas a whole lot, okay, folks? That would be a bad idea, okay? So I just want to clear that before I close for today. But thank you all for watching. I'm Meade Skelton. Go to my website, meadskeltonsplace.com. Bye!